Hey, good morning, Claire. I wanted to run through one thing that I had found in looking at this little song assembly that you sent. Some of the first things we're going to start looking at when we see something busted open like this is when this is sewn in, do we have one side fed in more than the other? And that's certainly something we always look at. I did pull the zipper out of this to kind of take a look at. Did we see that? I did notice one side was a little more wavy than the other. But one thing that we feel like has happened here, and this again is the zipper out of this, I think it's possible that we've taken some chain and essentially sewn one side into the other side. In other words, if you split this chain and then just cut this into a couple of sections and then you sew this back together, what you're going to do is what we call sewing single-sided. You take one side of this chain, and the reason I think this is what has happened is how curvy this chain is. If you'll notice, I don't know if you can see this in the picture, but when you lay this down, it's really wavy. And here's an example of something that this is exactly what you buy, 2.5 chain with a slider put on it, and then here's exactly the same piece of chain off the same roll where we've joined one side of this, and see how it corkscrews. I feel like this may be what has happened here. I could probably take this piece of chain now that's out of this bag, put it in a cross break machine and get this to cross break at spec. I have not done that yet, but I feel fairly confident that is what has caused this one cushion to bust open. So certainly I would caution your sewing operators not to do that. We do sell and make what's called a single-sided chain. We typically see that used in a bank bag type application where you're looping it back on itself. But hopefully this will help a little bit, and call us if you need us.